And one, I didn't say one, but hi, this is Paul Finkelstein with my online meet and greet, or onlinemeetandgreet.com, where I interview all kinds of business people, professionals from all different social media all over the world. Today we have a special guest all the way from Brisbane, Australia. His name is Michael Q. Todd. I wish I had one of those buttons where I could push that has applause, but
Hi,
okay.
everyone.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Good to have you here. Let's dive into a couple of questions and get the ball rolling. So we want to find out all about your business or profession, or I don't even know all the things you're working on. So I'm looking forward to hearing about it. Although on an Empire Cred, you have a picture with green hair, and I'm kind of disappointed that I don't see the green hair, but I'll forgive you this time. So how long have you been doing what you're doing?
I quit working as a lawyer in 2006, and since then I've been connecting people online and helping people learn about the internet. So it's going on 14 years now, I guess. So 14 years.
Wow, my mom used to tell me that anything over 10 years, you're quite an expert. So 14 years, that's got to be an expert plus 4 years.
Very good.
So I could do math. All right, now share us one success story that you're super proud of over those 14 years or longer. Uh, Throughout your career, it could be personal, it could be business. You must have one success story that you'd love to share with us.
Yeah, I guess I I made a fairly successful book in 2010, and then I worked for the next 5 years to build a social network where people were connecting on. So we had about 12 million profiles in the social network, and about 3,500 people paid us to join it. So I guess that's moving on towards success. So somewhere along the line, I must have connected quite a few people up with each other. So if I managed to make some good connections for people, I'm very happy, and got them using the internet in a better way so they can spread their own messages and what they're doing about. So very like what you're doing here. So maybe we've got quite a lot in common that we didn't even know. So this
Right.
is very nice.
And that leads me to the next question, which is I always like to say that it's not all about the money, but of course, we're all probably interested in money because some of us are striving toward that retirement goal of being financially independent. And we're thinking, yeah, how we make our next sale. But at the same time, I heard a famous speaker say that it's, well, gosh, I have like now a million thoughts that jumped into my head. And I'm thinking of one individual, Zig Ziglar. And I think he said, if you help enough people get what they want, then you'll get what you want. So, with that regard, where did you develop the passion to for your background, and what keeps you going?
Well, I figure that for a lot of people, they have a great idea and they may have some great content, but they don't necessarily know how to share it, and they don't necessarily have very much network or even the knowledge of how to develop a network. So I guess what I do helps people like that. So if people have got something that they just want to get out there, is the thing. Is I really learned a lot about this in Tokyo in about 2005, 2006. I went to this kind of trade show for ideas about the clean technology. Like there was these guys making recycled things, and old guys are inventing these solar panels that go on roofs, and lots of different great ideas, but none of them really knew anybody, and none of them knew how to promote their idea. So a lot of these ideas like just stayed in their garage. So this is something that I saw, and I thought, well, maybe I can help get people's ideas and dreams out to the world. So this is by connecting them with people that'll be useful to them. So this is kind of where I've been coming from. Yeah.
Now, I really feel privileged to finally get the Michael Q. Todd on our online meet and greet because I've seen your picture with this big green hair on
Right.
Empire Credit, and I really think that that's marketing genius because I know that must have you can't miss it, and it's almost like a marketing genius in a sense. And I actually wanted to ask for those people that recognize you without that,
Uh,
or any people that recognize you here, I'm so privileged to have you on this meet and greet. Can you maybe, if you would like people that finally get to see you like me for the first time, maybe somebody want to reach out and you had a particular website to go to or an email address that you felt comfortable in this format and video, or saying a phone number twice really fast if you don't want people to remember it. But of course, if you said your phone number fast and you'd love people to reach out if they resonate from anything you say now, I'll give you that opportunity now. But also at the same time, it just occurred to me that it's really nice and bright over here and it's 5 o'clock. Could you share with the world what time we're actually talking with you over there in Brisbane? I know it's a lot of hours ahead of us.
yeah, we just gone 10 after 8 in the morning, so it's already Wednesday here. So we're well into Wednesday.
I know it's into the future, so I always joke and say if you could tell me what's going to happen tomorrow, that's great. But I guess that would be over there.
It's already been light about 4 hours here. It gets light about 4 in the morning right now, and so we're 4 hours into the day, and on into Wednesday, and so the best place to get hold of me, well, I'm Michael Q Todd everywhere online. I think I grabbed that space, and I don't think there's any other Michael Q Todds out there. If there is, please let me know. And I my phone number is 0478 152 508. And I'm Michael Q Todd on Gmail, like pretty much anywhere. I guess the best place to connect with me and find out what I do is on LinkedIn. It's the place that I use the most. So yeah, I'm Michael Q Todd on there. Just I'm an open network there. I usually listen to record. I'll connect with you on there if you've got a photo, if you've got a profile photo. It's kind of my my barrier. Anyone with a photo, I'll connect with. So
And that's so
yeah.
true. If you don't even leave a phone number or an email or website, it's really great that when you do leave a profile on LinkedIn, everybody knows LinkedIn. It's billions of people over there on LinkedIn compared to other social
Mm.
networks. I hear anyway. You probably would agree. And give us some light on that too if you have any insight on LinkedIn. And you could just literally just type in Michael Q Todd and he'll probably come up first. But I realized while you're talking that I think I went to high school with a guy named Michael Todd, but his name.
Yeah, there's a lot of Michael Todds, and that's why I put the Q in my name, because I was Michael J Todd as well, and there was a stack of them. But Michael Q Todd, there's actually one other guy. He's a journalist in the Middle East, and he actually approached me and tried to get me to give him his name for a YouTube channel one back about 10 years ago. But yeah,
Did
but
you maybe the Wi-Fi's bad and I lost your video feed, but we could still hear you. I don't
oh,
mind
it's,
taking up all the space, but we're doing this for you.
oh no, that's too bad. I don't know what's going on with that. Sorry
uh,
about that.
if I hit
Okay, I'll
gallery
click start
view,
video again.
there
There
it's
we
back.
go. I'm back.
Good,
I'm back.
we got it.
Thank you,
Now you
Paul.
mentioned earlier in our conversation before we started our official
Right.
talk show for you that you might have had some Toastmaster experience, or perhaps
Yeah,
maybe you know something a thing or two.
I'd love to give a shout out to Toastmasters. My dad was a Toastmaster back in the early 70s, and my mum went to tried to go to one of his meetings, and they wouldn't let her in. And so my mum started what I think was definitely the first Toastmasters club in Australia or New Zealand, maybe in the world, for a women's Toastmasters club, and they actually allowed men to come as guests. So I got a very early introduction into Toastmasters because I had to go along because we had no sitter. So I actually used to go and sit in the corner of the room at Toastmasters, and eventually they got me up speaking. And this when I was about 10 years old, and I started to get into Toastmasters from a very early age. And my mother, eventually they joined up with the local men's group, and they all became one. But it took about 3 years for the men to finally give away and allow the women to become members. So it was quite an interesting dynamic there for a while. And I also helped found a Toastmasters club in Tokyo in Japan about 15 years ago, which I'm very happy to say is still thriving. And I think it's just the most wonderful place for people to get their first start in public speaking, and also to make good friends, because you learn so much about each other, and it's just a great thing. And don't worry if you've never spoken in public before, and don't worry if you can't commit to it every week or every month or how often there is a meeting, because you can still go back. You don't need to.
Yeah, I heard that some clubs are all twice a month, but other
Right.
clubs are every week.
Yeah, for sure.
And literally for
And
as little as 38 cents a day, you can go from rookie, I say, to champion.
and if you're worried you're out there in the middle of nowhere and there's no Toastmasters club in your town, they've actually got online clubs. So
I was
I don't
just
know
going to say, if you heard of online clubs.
Yeah, if you ever participated in those, they're also great. So yeah,
You might
the
have
whole
seen my
concept.
link for one of the first online clubs, maybe 12th or 13th online club is my
Right.
club that I founded a couple of years ago. Actually, they're going on their third president, so that's a relief to know that the legacy is there. And
Sure.
I made the website, so hopefully that would stick, competitivecommunicators.com. Competitive communicators with an
Oh,
s.com.
I
And
definitely love to check that out, because I'm actually moving around quite a lot at the moment. So
it meets
I
at
can't really commit
7:30
to a club.
7:30 on Tuesdays, 7:30 Eastern time. And
Right.
there's actually one guy from Hong Kong, which is similar to your time. It's like at least
Yeah.
a long time ahead of us. It's always Wednesday when it's Tuesday here.
Right.
We've had some guests from Australia, from New Zealand, from China, from Beijing. And of course, you don't have to leave your house, so you could keep your mask on or whatever in China, and be safe in a Toastmaster club if you need to for these times. I know it'd be
Fantastic.
challenging. Shout out to China right now, what they're going through.
Fantastic. Yeah, I really urge people to at least give Toastmasters a try, because just so good.
Did,
So
did you
there you
work your
go.
way up through the ranks at all, or go through the old traditional
Yeah. I did.
program?
Yeah, I did all that. I was a member of a club in New Zealand in the '90s for about 6 years. So I went right through to there, and became the leader of that club. Yeah. So yeah, done all that.
Now,
And
at this point, is there any questions about your business or about anything you do for fun that you want to ask yourself a question that I might not have thought of, and go ahead and answer it? You don't have, it won't feel schizophrenic at all, I promise.
I
But just
guess what I'd just like to get across to people is that, and I learned yesterday that my market is a lot more dormant than I thought, because people kind of settled in their own way into doing the internet, and they think that they can do it, and they think they're reasonably good at it, just like they maybe just like how they're doing their gardening, and but you can always improve. And but they still do their gardening the same way as they did maybe 10 years ago, and they're taking more time than they need to do, and they're not getting as good a results. But the internet's moved on quite a lot. Like, for example, there's been about 150 upgrades to Gmail since it started, but people are still using the basic form of Gmail in the same way as they always have, for example. And so what I help people do is to cut their time down from, say, if they're averaging about 15 hours a week on the internet every week, I'm pretty confident I can cut that to 3 over the course of a year. So give you 12 hours of your life back every week. It's quite a powerful thing to think about for some people who are time poor. And we do this by helping people with different strategies and introducing them to different tools, and maybe helping them get a virtual assistant and teaching them how to work with them and this kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of what I'm up to and the value that I offer to people. We mainly work with business owners and coaches. It's kind of people who and professionals who are, trading their time for money, using the time. So yeah, it's kind of what I do.
Excellent. Well, let's go do a recap of what we've been going through, maybe except for the last couple of questions to let people be curious, and fast forward the YouTube video or wherever you're listening to this. At the beginning, we talked about how long Michael Q. Todd's been doing what he's doing. He did share one success story that he is super proud of. And then he talked about that, hey, it can't be all about the money. Maybe there's some passion involved here of why he does what he does. And then he gave us a little hint how to get a hold of him in case we resonate with anything he said throughout this thing. Some love for past Toastmasters in the middle of there. And a couple extra bonuses to get what makes Michael Q. Todd tick, how he is a real person face to face, because it's amazing how social media is great, but even a world-renowned organization like Toastmasters, that's been around for nearly 100 years, says that 55% of communication, of all communication, is body language, specifically eye contact is body language. Right. And you can't do that with a post or a like or a comment. Then they also said that 8% or so, 6 to 8% is the content. And if it's so little as the content, and to be effective, maybe you should combine social media with face-to-face. And of course, nowadays you can do face-to-face like the format you're seeing today, online using Zoom and the other platforms out there. I preference and have a bias towards Zoom because I've been using it a lot these days. And I think that it just went public a while ago, and I'm sure it's doing great. And I'm sure they're making lots of changes. And I just have just a little baby portion of it, and they have enterprise portions of Zoom that is more money for big corporations that are using it as well. Well, it's really great to have you here, Michael. And stick around just for a sec, and I'll just say goodbye to everybody and play this as much as you like if you're looking for someone to help you out on the internet.
We should give a quick shout out to where we met and connected at this empire.cred thing.
That's a very good idea, right?
Big shout out to if anyone's watching from there. And obviously Paul and I have been using this place for, I don't know how about you, but it must be going on 10 years for me.
Probably like 2011.
Yeah, exactly. You've been on right from the start too, right? So if anyone wants to increase their online connections and their reach online, and maybe have a little bit of fun on the way, is a place called empire.cred. So please check that out.
That's www.empire.cred. K as in kangaroo, R as in Ronald, E, D as in David. Check it out.
Right?
Even you can get to me directly at empire.cred, KRED/eDust. E is in Edward, D-U-S-T. What's your username?
Just Michael Q. Todd. I'm Michael Q.
Your whole
Todd
name.
everywhere. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Exactly. So great to have you on here, and everybody
Thank you,
have a happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
Ciao for now. Paul Finkelstein, onlinemeetandgreet.com. If you have a business, a pitch, an interest that you'd like to also get on the air, it feels like you're on the air, because when we hit that record button, we don't edit. It goes on as is. Ciao for now, everybody. Till next time, I'm Paul Finkelstein, onlinemeetandgreet.com.